Hey girls, just driving home again. Today is July the 30th. And so last time when I was telling stories, I told you about us living in Phoenix, Arizona, where Pawpaw was learning how to fly a plane called the F-100. It's a fighter jet. And then he had to go to the war in Vietnam, as he knew he was basically volunteering to do when he asked to learn how to fly the F-100. Anyway, that being said, because he was going to be gone for a year, then Mama Janet and Uncle Joel and I moved back to Alabama to live in Glencoe, where you might remember I was telling you basically everybody is from. Grandparents and parents, and also your Uncle Joel and I were also born there, or at least in the town next door. So I will say that I have a lot more memories of this part of my life than I did the other parts, and I assume that's because I'm getting older. And my brain is working better, and I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how the brain develops and why, but. So I think I'll wait for this car. So I was thinking I'll probably will have several stories about this place, but it is there that I went to first grade, and I went to Glencoe Elementary, which is still there. And perhaps someday, if you ever get to go on the Glencoe Memorial Tour, I can show you that school. But I went to that school. My mother and my father went to that school. My brother went to that school. I don't know about my grandparents. I doubt it, because I'm guessing they probably went to country schools, because they're old enough. I think probably they still had one-room schools when they were growing up. I'm not really sure what memories I have of school. I can't remember the teacher's name. I remember that the teacher talked to my mother once because she had asked where my dad was, and I said that he was fighting Germans, and that was the wrong war, because that was World War II, but of course, which is in the 1940s, and we were fighting Germany and Japan, and but I think I was just confused because my experience at that point really probably only had to do with watching like war movies or whatever, old black and white war movies. But anyway, so and of course the Vietnam War, which was in the 1960s and 1970s, wasn't a big war like World War II was. In World War II, I mean, probably every family in America had somebody involved in that war. But the Vietnam War, even though it was a tragic thing and there were a lot of people in it and a lot of people killed, it did not affect everyone's day-to-day life the way the the way World War II did. So, but anyway, so I'm sure the teacher probably thought that I was lying. That, who knows, especially back then in the 1960s. She probably thought my parents were divorced, and of course there would have been great shame because of that, or my dad was dead, or who knows what. But anyway, I'm sure she thought I was just making up lies. My issue was I just made up the wrong country. So anyway, when next time you see Mama Janet, ask her to show you some pictures of Pawpaw when he was a young pilot, and you can see the ones where I and Uncle Joel were in some of the plane pictures with him, and you can also see her with huge hair in a picture. So anyway, okay, that's all for today. I will tell you some more stories of the heaven on earth, Glencoe, Alabama, as time goes by. So anyway, love you girls, love all my girls and my boys if they ever watch this too. See ya.